When I was buying my first property, I came across the 6 important things, and I thought I should share them with you so that we make your property buying journey more insightful and a bit easier. Hi, my name is Siphelele. Welcome to the channel. Please do make yourself at home by subscribing to the channel. We do though have one house rule. I am not a financial advisor, and all information that we are sharing does not constitute to be financial advice. I'm only sharing my personal financial experiences and what I've learned along the way from the people around me. Now that it's out of the way, let's get to the fun part of the video. The first thing that I came across was the importance of a credit score. Work on your credit score, make sure that it's on par and that there are no debts that are unpaid or you have forgotten about. According to Uber, your credit score for you to buy a house must be above 610. I do have a video on a credit card that I will link on the cards. It does explain what I did with my credit card and also how can you use your credit card to work for you. So your credit score is now above average and you are ready to start shopping and viewing all those nice properties. Before you do that, please pre-qualify. What is pre-qualifying? Pre-qualifying is when your bank or a bond originator does a little bit of a more in-depth check for you. They would be able to give you an indication of the amount that you can buy, an interest rate that you may be offered, and also the installment that you would pay. For them to do this, they will require your source of income, which will be your pay slip and your bank statement, so that they can dig a little bit deeper to give you the indications that I've mentioned. Some agents and sellers do require a pre-qualifying certificate before they can even sign an offer to sell the house to you. So it's important that you cover that. So now we have covered pre-qualifying and you know how much you can buy it, the interest rate that you can be offered, and also how much your installment can be. This is my most important step. Please shop under the pre-qualifying amount. The reason for you to do this is so that you are able to have a bit of room for any changes that you may incur when you are now a house owner. Remember, it's not only going to be your bond that will be linked to you to pay. You still do have other expenses that you will incur as a homeowner. Yes, I've already covered that one. I will also link it on the cards. Don't worry, I've got you covered on those ones. There's more expenses as a homeowner that you will incur. We're talking things like maintenance of the house, house insurances, and many other things that come as a house owner. So you want to add room for those things. The other thing is you may also find that there are fixtures that you need to fix when you get to the house, maybe some things that you don't like in the house as well. The other very important reason you have to shop under your pre-qualifying amount. Remember, during COVID-19, interest rates went down and there was a nice shopping of houses and booms. And yes, I was one of those people that bought during that time. And guess what happened to me? The interest rate changed. It means the installment that I was paying when I started buying the house in 2021 to what I'm paying in 2024, it's completely two different worlds. So if I didn't shop under the pre-qualifying amount, I would have found myself in a really sticky situation of having to stretch myself beyond what I can be able to afford. You have found the property that you are going to buy. You have followed through with all the steps that we have mentioned above, and you are shopping under the pre-qualifying amount. It's time for you to sign your offer of purchase. Before you sign that offer of purchase, please read it thoroughly. Make sure that you have viewed the house more than once. Also, take a friend or a more experienced person when you're going to shop so that you have a second pair of eyes that can show you blind sides that you didn't look at because you have fallen deeply in love with the property. I know it's not easy to shop without emotions, but try not to. Remember, this is going to be a debt that you will stick with for a very long time. 20 years, my dear friend, it is a very long time. It can go as further as up to 30 years. So before you sign those dotted lines, you want to make sure that you have checked if there's any fixtures that needs to be replaced or fixed. The reason for this, you want them to be added into the offer of purchase for the seller to either fix them or to replace them. Which brings us to our next point. Negotiate, negotiate, negotiate. You're going to have to negotiate everything. The reason I'm linking this to the previous point is if the seller is not going to fix or replace any of the fixtures that you realize are important for you to fix, you will negotiate that they reduce the selling price a little bit under, so that you make room for you to be able to either fix them or replace anything. You will also negotiate your interest rate with the bank. Before you sign with the first bank that approves you, wait for all banks to reply. Compare interest rates against each bank. You are also going to negotiate the fees that you have to pay to the lawyers. Trust me, when Anje, you must just negotiate everything. Remember, these are not small amounts that you have to pay. These are big amounts that you'll have to pay. You have negotiated everything. You have signed your offer to purchase. We are approaching almost the end for you to get closer to your house keys. Your bond lawyers are going to request your life insurance. And you're probably asking, what is this for? So the life insurance is requested to seed into the bond. I also didn't know what is to seed until I had to buy a property. So seeding is when the insurance is going to be able to pay the bond in an event of death or a disability. Basically, when you won't be able to pay for your bond, but in a life-threatening or death situation, your bond will cover. The same way the life cover pays in an event where you are unable to earn an income. So what the bond does, it says it wants your life insurance to be able to pay off in the event of death. Your family doesn't have to suffer where the property may have to be sold because it's unpaid. This is important because you want your property to live as a legacy for your family. And now everything has been sorted out. Everything has been signed. The lawyers are happy. They have sent your property to the deeds office. And right there, my dear friend, is when you will be able to receive that beautiful SMS, call, email that's saying the property has been registered in your name at the deeds office and you are a homeowner. At that very moment, your agent and the seller will give you that shampoo with keys, and you take that nice picture of saying first property homeowner. It's the most fulfilling feeling as a first-time owner in this country. Trust me, if you follow through with these 6 steps, it will make your property buying journey much more easier, because you'll know that you have to take care of your credit score. You know that you have to pre-qualify. You'll know that you must shop under your pre-qualifying amount. You'll also know that before you sign, what must you do? The offer to purchase. You'll also know that you need to negotiate each and everything. Trust me, out of everything that we've talked about, negotiate is the most important in this video. Yes, there's life insurance, which is also important to safeguard your property. But then at the end of it all, you will be a homeowner. And that brings us to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with family, share it with friends, a colleague, anyone who's going to be in the market to buy a property. Also, anyone that has bought a property and maybe they've missed some steps that you think that they are important and they want to buy another one. this can be very helpful to them as well. Thank you so much for watching and hope to catch you on the next one.